LGBT youth are twice as likely to experience sexual abuse before the age of 12. Suicide attempts by LGBTQ questioning youth are 4 to 6 times more likely to result in injury, poisoning, or overdose that requires treatment from a doctor or nurse compared to their straight peers. 20% of homeless youth is LGBTQ, while only 10% of the youth population is LGBTQ. LGBT youth are 7.4 times more likely to experience acts of sexual violence than heterosexual homeless youth. The LGBTQ youth space in San Jose is an accepting environment for youth ages 13 to 25 in the Santa Clara County to discover their identity, to get resources, and to meet new friends in the LGBTQ community. Stefan Paquet, a counselor here, explains what the youth space means to him.
To me, it's a place where LGBTQ youth can come and pretty much be themselves, be accepted, be around other people who are, have similar kind of, things that they go through. It's a place where people can get resources, education. I know they run support groups and things like that.
Ben Gilmore, a high school student who recently began attending the center, opens up about his identity and how the youth space has helped him.
It started first when I first heard the term asexual as in sexual orientation, and that had me identifying on the asexual spectrum. From there, I learned more about being other gender identities and eventually ended up identifying as agender. And mostly through my GSA club at my old high school had me exploring my sexuality and gender more.
Roxas Allen, the Gay Straight Alliance Club president at her school, describes her journey and why she thinks the youth space has been uniquely helpful to her.
I first came to identify as not straight. Probably when I was in 5th grade, because I remembered just somebody was like, well, are you gay or are you straight? And I was like, well, I like guys as much as I like girls. And then later I came out as pansexual when I learned what that meant. And then later I was like, well, actually, I'm asexual. So that happened. And then once I started exploring the idea of non-binary genders, I realized I was gender flux. It's kind of hard when you're like the only person you know outside of your school that you actually talk to, and you're just kind of there and you're expected to be the voice of the LGBT community. And so it's nice to be able to kind of just talk about positives and negatives with other people who have the same or similar experience as you.
Counselors at the youth space provide various services and resources to their LGBTQ youth clients.
We have a lot of kids who come in here and they have a lot of depression, anxiety, and dysphoria just around gender. They get messages from society and out there that it's not okay to be gay, it's not okay to be lesbian, it's not okay to be trans, it's not okay to be, pansexual or anything. And so oftentimes they internalize kind of that, and then they feel it themselves, and it comes out in different ways. But, I think important work with this community is just to help them accept themselves, because, they have no reason not to be accepted. For transgender clients who want to transition, I can write letters for hormone. We also have to do kind of treatment plans and how, treatment goals for the clients. It's not just them coming in here and talking about all their feelings and stuff. We also kind of have to have, just a kind of path that they choose that they want to kind of work on. Everyday work with clients and just having them come to realizations and having them just see things that maybe they haven't thought through before and just see that kind of click in their head. Those are awesome moments. Those are always really kind of worthwhile.
Many youth find support and comfort in not only the counseling services, but also the various group activities and annual events held here.
My favorite moment at the youth space was the GSA Summit, because we were able to meet so many new people and just all sorts of people from all sorts of schools, and we got lots of connections.
Erica Cisneros is now an outreach worker helping others accept their identities, but she used to attend the youth space as a youth.
My favorite memory as a youth would probably be the first time I attended the camping trip. It just blew my mind. Being able to go camping. I had never been camping at the time, and then doing so with a community of people that I always wanted to like be around but never really knew how to be around. The part of the youth space that I feel is most meaningful to a lot of other participants in youth and young adults would have to be our trans support group, which is called Transformers.
At a trans youth meeting group, I got to meet a couple of people and we talked about shared experiences, and I think that would be my favorite part so far.
We're really able to see them thrive in their life outside of the youth space.
They have been very supportive and have helped me get new ideas on how to approach being where I am in my life.
No matter who you are or what you're going through, there's always going to be someone out there who can help you, but they might not come to you, so you have to come to them.
While the youth space is a great resource for LGBTQ youth now, we must bring the acceptance of the youth space into the real world.
Learn about it. I think that education is really the most powerful tool in the world.
One of the things that we can do as a whole is to think about the difference between tolerance and acceptance, and striving for acceptance as opposed to tolerance.
Treat people with the same respect that maybe staff or volunteers give to you.
You know, it's always important to hear it from somebody else. You know, allies are really important. Lately, in these last, couple of years, 5 years or whatever, there's a lot of movement that is moving towards acceptance. There's still obviously a lot of work to be done, but one of the first things that popped in my mind when you were asking that question was the legal stuff. Gay marriage being legal now everywhere and stuff, and I have hope that it will eventually just, oh yeah, okay, that person's gay, okay, no big deal, whatever, I have hope that it'll be like that, but I think it's like every other social issue, it's gonna take some time. If we do manage to change society in a sense where they're more open in general, then yeah, probably places like this won't be needed, because people won't feel like they need to be in a safe place, because everywhere will be a safe place. If that sounds very idealistic, I know, but yeah, so that's the hope, that we wouldn't need it.